Okay. Oh, that's bad. That whole engine is toast. Okay. We got some big service to do. Alright, so we need a new case. Probably need the whole engine. Crankcase, head, water jacket, which I have. I do have cylinders and heads and all kinds of stuff, so I guess I got to do some serious hunting. Alright. Okay, so that's her all assembled. Ready to go into the machine. I did pressure wash the machine out, got everything cleaned up. Fuel rail tucked over there. Throttle body over here. Should be able to drop that in. And yeah, we can get to everything here now, I think. So we'll drop it about halfway down. We've got to hook up the vent on the bottom of the air compressor. That's hard to get at, and the starter wires. And then I think everything else can be done once the engine is dropped in. So that's the next step. So we got it up on the hoist now. I love my little Amazon hoist. That thing has been awesome for putting engines in versus using the tractor loader, which was a little extreme. So I guess what we'll do is I'll push the Seadoo over, get her lined up, and we're going to hook up all the things that have to be hooked up underneath the engine, which would be, it's the opposite way around here. Compressor line right here. That's just some oil because I was running the pump and it drained out here. So that's got to be hooked up. And the starter is another toughie. So you want to hook that wire up. I already got the ground on there. And then there's another ground in the machine that we got to hook up there. So we'll get those hooked up and then we can start dropping it down in the machine. Over there, drop the wire back in, and that's going to go that way. I guess it doesn't matter. There. Good. There we go. Now we got to find the line that goes to the compressor. Nothing to grab on now. Beauties. Okay, a few things to hook up. Water here, that just plugs in. And everything else as long as we got access. I'm just going to stick this pipe on there while I can get at it, and we'll tighten that up right now. So let me connect up the water line, this guy to there, clamp on that. Should be a water hose here. Water pipe somewhere, we'll find that. That goes to the exhaust. That's probably sitting on the table. And there's another one that goes here and here. Oh, and another one there too. That's for this guy here. Okay, let's connect those up. Do a quick air bleed of the oil injection just by loosening that screw, which of course the screwdriver doesn't fit in there. So I got to get a socket that is, I don't know, 3/16 works. 8 mil. Pretty messy stuff, this oil, but does what it's supposed to do. And that's it. Just tighten that down. Here's another one I mentioned that I want to do. Can't see it. You guys can. So we got to get this ground on here. So, know where to leave the camera, but that's what goes on next. Okay, so I got that ground wire hooked up, and that was no fun. Very difficult to get down in there. So next thing I want to hook up before I forget is the oil injection cable. You forget that, and all this work is a total waste of time because you're going to blow up the motor. So now I'm going to hook that up, and again, nowhere to put the camera. So, but it's pretty straightforward. It just hooks onto here and bolts onto the flange on the bottom. So I'll get that done. So another tip is, okay, first of all, I plugged in the magneto, the map sensor. I guess that's a map sensor. And the throttle position sensor here and here, another sensor here. One's air temp and one's map, I believe. What else did I do? Ground is all bolted in. So the next big thing is before you bolt the engine down, you got to get this air box in here because you'll find that it'll be a real fight to get it in there, especially once the exhaust is on. There's no way that's going in. So as you can see, it just doesn't go in any which way. So I'll have to shift the motor over to slide that in. But you want to get everything hooked up here first because it's way too hard to access it once that air box is in there. So that's the next thing. I'll squeeze that thing in there. Okay, so we've got the air injectors and the fuel injectors. And we got to get to the wiring. There we go. Those are the air injectors. These look like the fuel injectors. It goes that way. And this one goes this way. Air injectors are in behind. There she goes. So we'll do the same on the other side. Run right here. Where is it? Right here. That's hooked up. And we got two more. One of them is for the knock sensor, and one is for the temperature sensor. Check it out, they're all the same connector. I guess if we get a maintenance light, we'll know. That one clipped on. Nope, my bad. It is the yellow and black one. I was just putting it on backwards. There's an actual notch right here, a clip, place for the clip to go, but it actually won't clip on that way. So that goes up there. We'll tie that all up after. So we got air. All electronics are all plugged in now. So now I think we'll align the engine, bolt it down, and then we'll do our tests. Oh, I gotta hook up. Rave valve goes to here, and there is a mystery pipe there, and there's another one that's got to go down to the air compressor. So let me get those on. And the next job is to shoehorn the exhaust pipe in. And again, it's not a one-handed job, but I have other videos showing that. Basically, that just got to get that rubber boot on the water box right there and tighten up the clamps, and then we'll put the upper exhaust on and align everything. Okay, before I forget, I got to put this engine alignment tool in and get the engine aligned, because if I bolt any more exhaust parts on, we got a big problem. I won't be able to bolt it down. I guess by the fact that it was all blown up like that, computer had to be working. So, all right, where's the bar? That completely missed. No, it didn't. There we go. So you can see how, get some light. You can see how it is misaligned. So that's all about now getting the bolts in and sliding everything over and aligning it. So it looks like it's got to go that way just a little bit. So I think I'll throw some bolts in. Might have to loosen the mounts here, move it over, shift it. We've got the bolt in the front already just to hold it so it's not slipping and sliding all over the place. So let's get some bolts in there. One in. And the other side. That looks like it's not going to go in. Just going to have to adjust the engine mounts a hair. Yeah. You see the alignment of the hole is just off down there. All right, let me loosen that off, slide it towards us. Okay, got that in. We'll tighten them up, then we'll adjust the mounts. Okay. What is that telling us? It's close. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to snug everything down. Torque it down. the front one. Okay, I'm gonna torque those down, and I think then now I can bolt the exhaust on. See, that was the bolt that was gonna be in our way. So now, yeah, everything else is hooked up, working, oil pump, everything's bled. Cables are all hooked up. Once I put the exhaust on, we can't see anything here anymore. So I say we pop the exhaust on, and then we can fire this baby up and see if it runs. Just gonna goop up the exhaust, ultra copper. Love this stuff. Okay. Nice even coat there. Got some bolts. Hold off on that for now. Those three are the same. Can't forget this pipe right here. Goes on right here. Forget that, we're getting flooding. Might have an issue with the clamp as well. That's a big one. Get your clamp in here first, because it is a headache to get it on after. Oh, this ugly one. How come no one said anything about all the pipes for the exhaust? That would have been a wet ride. That needs a zip tie. And a couple here. This guy. Goes there with a zip tie. And another one goes here. With a zip tie. Okay, now I got to reach down there and hook up the one on the bottom, and I absolutely can't film that. So let me hook that one up with myself if I didn't put this last bolt on, last mount. So loosened it off at the engine. Just going to slide the rubber boot on that side and then put the bolt on, Loctite it on. Then we're going to do a test start. Battery time. Never did figure out where those two wires go. They're cut off and gone. We'll just pretend we didn't see that for now. Oh, check it out. Really? I better fix that first. Oh my God. I searched all over, I couldn't find it. That makes total sense to cut that. Okay. Okay, gonna do the other one same way, and then we'll do a test start. Okay, here is the big moment. We get to see anything happens. Tether is in somewhere. Do we have fuel pump? One. Everything's hooked up. Gonna zip tie that. Let's see what happens. That doesn't sound good. That sounds like that battery's toast. Okay, different battery. Or I'll throw a charger on it. How about that? Try it again. I think the ground wire was loose. I saw a little spark on the battery, so I might have to take it off and clean it, but woo! Well, now that's exciting. So I'll have to take that ground terminal off, clean it, and then I'll put it back on, and then we're gonna go hook it up to the hose and give it a shot. Run some water through it, see if we got any leaks. Then we'll put the drive on, then we're going for a rip, see what she can do. But that was definitely promising. So, okay, time to put her on the trailer, hook her up on the hose, check for water leaks before we put the pump on so that we don't have to fix it while it's in the water. Okay. I'm gonna check that boot too to be sure that that isn't cracked and leaking. All right. You guys check for leaks. I'll start it up and then turn on the hose. Big leak here. Huge. All right. Shut off the hose. All right, I didn't put the gasket in there, the paper gasket. First time I haven't done it, and it's the first time I've had a leak. So we're gonna take that back apart. A little bit of a drag, but we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it right. So let's do it. Okay, so there's the gasket that you get with the kit. And although you have that seal in there, for whatever reason it was still leaking out here, so whether I didn't have it down tight enough or not, I don't know. We're gonna pop that in there on top of the rubber, and I've never had one leak when I've done that, but for whatever reason, that was the first leak I've ever had, so just wanna make sure that that is on the correct way, and that seems to be it. So let's torque that down, and I guess I'll spare you the reassembly, and then we'll test it again. And here we are all reassembled and ready for the next test. Gasket's in. Battery's just about dead. Water. It's flowing. What about out here? Yep. Coming out there. No leaks. I say we put the pump on and we go for a spin. So I think just before I put the pump on, I'm going to pull the reverse gate off, and we'll check the oil. After that one there, seeing the mess it was in, figure it's worth it. Because I'm sure it's never been checked. I don't see any O-rings in there either. All right, we'll check the whole thing out. See what kind of goop is in here. Ah, wrong size. Right, forgot. Those are Imperial. Yep. Looks kind of dry in there. See if anything comes out. Oh yeah. Not seeing any water, that's awesome. Okay, put a little bit of 518 on the threads. Now we'll put the pump on, and then we'll put the bucket on. Okay, oh, you gotta put the drive shaft in here first. Put it in the right way though. That goes in there. Put a little bit of grease on here too, because if you can see, the U-clip that goes on there gets stuck. This and this gets stuck together and you can't knock that apart, and that's the problem I'm having with the blue machine. So that ain't going in like that. Forgot we gotta take this off in order to slide it through. Okay, a little bit of a wrestle when you're on your own. Ha. Especially when it's upside down. Let's see what's happening up front. Oh yeah, she's going. Just roll the engine a little bit. Et voila. Okay. Lock tight on all the nuts. I'll bolt those and torque them. Pretty boring. Okay, once you get it all in and you're just about ready to bolt it up, take it all apart again. Put that on the drive shaft on the inside. You don't put that in there, you're never getting it in there. See if she'll just go right back in for us. Oh yeah. There you go. Okay. Now bolt it down. Okay. Now we got to get that pushed back. And then we got to push that all the way back and put that U-shaped clip in there. But I got a tool for that. Ah, it's the camera's in the way. There it is. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. And that was it. And then that just slides right over and locks it all into place. I'll put a zip tie on here and here. And back to the back. And finally, the reverse gate nozzle. This guy goes in between. And reach the bolts. Last bolt going on for the steering. All lock nuts, so we don't need any Loctite. Beautiful. Okay, check it out. No bolts left. No washers, no nuts. Let me just check the reverse gate. Steering. I don't know if we have any trim or not. Pretty noisy. Okay, I think it's time for a lake test. So let's do it. So we're in the water, ready to do the first startup here in the water. Drive is on. Pull her up to neutral. Put the seat on and take her for a rip. Gonna be checking for maintenance lights. I'm sure we're gonna get something. Mode. What do we want to see? RPMs. No speedo. So typical. Oh, we do have speedo. No maintenance light. Old gasoline. Island 1420, anywhere between 1440 is the typical. Probably will settle into 1440. I can't beat the heck out of it right now. I gotta break it in. It's got the whole new top end and different crank and a different block, so I just want to make sure everything wears in properly. So I think that's going to be it for this video. Next one will be, I guess, once we run this a few hours, then we can test it out, see what sort of top end we get. Oh, you're all wet. That sort of thing. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. We saved another one from the junkyard. There was quite a catastrophic failure, but hey, we brought it back. Thing is smooth, drive is good, battery was good, so there was a lot of good stuff that I would have had to replace normally in the other machines. So anyway, I really enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it. For sad news, my RXDI, we were out, my wife and I, on a cruise, and it started stalling out. And I did notice that there was a little bit of oily water in the bilge right from the get-go. Now I'm starting to suspect that that's where the mystery water was coming, not only from the exhaust. So anyway, blew a hole in the bottom of the engine block, not the crank, but at the compressor. So I ordered a new case for that. So next video I think we'll rip that engine out, throw a new case on it, see what failed, and put that one back together. So never a dull moment with these two-strokes, but they're really simple to rebuild. It's good fun and very rewarding when you get to go out and go for a ride like this. So anyway, really appreciate you watching, and see you in the next one. And that's that.